In our younger days, we built and sailed trimarans. When we got married, we dreamed of sailing the world.
As we look forward to retirement, our dream is becoming real. We chose a Seawind catamaran, or maybe she chose us.
And after a lifetime of dreams, our boat finally arrived. We are shaking her out in the Chesapeake Bay and along the mid-Atlantic coast.
We christened her Moments in Time, reminding us to cherish each moment. The sea is calling. Come share the dream.
Sail Away Catamarans had a mini boat show on the South River at Liberty Marine at the end of June. One of the boats they were featuring was the Seawind 1370. This was a boat that was available to order back when me and Toni ordered the 1260. At the time, the waiting list for the Seawind 1370 was pretty far out. I think it was 2027 before we could take delivery. It just didn't work out, so we really didn't look at it too hard. However, like most boat owners often do, we're always thinking about the next boat. We were given a chance to see the Seawind 1370 and go out on a demo sail. Toni and I jumped at the chance. The 1370 is 45 feet in length and 24 feet 11 inches wide. That's 4 feet longer than Moments in Time and about 2 feet 8 inches wider than Moments in Time. While a 1370 is 4 feet longer, there is a significant price difference. I took the liberty of pricing both the 1260 and 1370 out with the same options. Here's what it would cost me today. She is a far different design than the 1260. This is Damselfly, the first 1370 in the United States. Let's step aboard and take a look. The cockpit is the trademark of all the Seawinds. You have your dual helm positions. Also, you have the little table, much like the 1260 has. But what I really like is those huge storage containers under the helm seats. One thing I don't like about the 1260 is the lack of storage space in the cockpit. The 1370 addresses this. One of the big differences in the saloon you might notice is this is a galley up boat. You need a minimum about 45 feet in order to make a galley up work. To me, coming from the 1260, this seems kind of crowded, but that's because the 1260 saloon is just so wide open. You have a table there, and you also have a forward-facing navigation desk. I'm on a Seawind 1370 Damselfly. We're taking her out for the demo sail. As a boat owner, you're always thinking about the next boat, your next dream. This is a boat Toni and I considered, but it was build date was so far out that it was 2027, 28 before we could have gotten a spot. So it just didn't work out. But I think 1260 was better for us. A wider hull provides a full walk-in closet and a forepeak. I really like the shelving on each side of the bunk. I'm thinking about retrofitting something on the 1260 on board Moments in Time. Notice how the window provides light and a feeling of openness. The owner's head is similar to the 1260, just more room. It even has a bidet, but I think you can get a 1260 with a bidet nowadays. Bidet. Here you have your escape hatches. The first 1260 actually had escape hatches under the forward bunks. I don't know when they stopped putting them in. Let's take a look at the starboard hull. The hulls on the 1370 are a lot wider. The headspace is a lot taller. And there is no bulkheads to step over. The wide hulls can best be seen in the aft stateroom. This is a nice wide bunk. Nice bunk. To the right is the starboard head and shower. Without those windows there, you don't have the light, airy openness feelings like you would in the 1260. The wider hulls allows for a forward bunk and a forepeak. Again, this is similar to the bunk area on the 1260, however, you do have a lot more headroom. Notice the lack of ankle busters going through the door. Also, notice the protruding steps coming into the hull from the saloon. Anyone sitting at the nav desk will block the access back and forth between the saloon and the starboard hull. Here's another view of the saloon. I like the fact that you can brace yourself in the galley while cooking or washing dishes. Sitting at the forward navigation desk, I did have a clear view forward. If I wanted to see more closer to the bows, I did have to stretch my neck a little bit. Toni, being a lot shorter than I, had no view while sitting down at the desk.
What you doing there, Toni? Being nosy? You being nosy?
Where do they put their plates at? We don't see plates anywhere. Checking out the gallery.
You locked it up?
It's nice. I still like ours better with a plate.
I love the flexi teak, but it was hot on the foot. The 1370 maintains those forward opening windows. That is a great feature of the Seawind. Allows a great breeze through. Here's another view of the cockpit. I love the table in the cockpit. That was a selling feature when we bought the 1260. Let's check out the deck. Notice that all ropes and rope lines are underneath the deck. Nothing to trip over or step on. Whoa, here comes a very nice boat. This is a Seawind 1260, of course.
Hey, Captain Mike!
I didn't like the fact that there was no lifelines across the bows. That worries me when you have little grandkids running around. It's not an option, or at least I didn't see it as an option on a 1370. I think it's always better to take a boat out for a demo sail in light winds. I mean, after all, you can sail barge in heavy winds. I really like the fixed bowsprit. The 1260 has a folding bowsprit, and sometimes it gets caught up in the ankle bridle. And whether you have the bowsprit up or down, you have to adjust your ankle bridle. But the fixed one's the way to go.
Up in the Monica Lounge on a 1370. Really nice day, a nice wind blowing. We're not breaking speed records, but we're moving along 3 to 5 knots. Not bad. Not bad for a 45-foot boat. This is hull number 6. So yeah, very nice boat. Glad we came out on it today. Back into the South River.
You can see the nice wide decks and the flush hatches. The 1370 has 2 steps going up to the targo roof. She has plenty of solar, but I believe the 1370 is a 24-volt system. And that concludes the tour of the Seawind 1370. This is a very popular boat. So we had a chance to sail on the 1370, and this was a boat that we kind of looked at, thought about when we were picking out the 1260. The timing never worked out. It was a huge waiting list. They didn't even finish the first mold yet, so there was nothing on water. Nothing on water. It was just a paper boat at the time. But anyway, what did you think? Tell me 2 things you liked about the 1370.
One thing I really, really liked was when I walked forward, the decks are much flatter and they're wider on the side decks. And there's a really good handhold all the way. There's like a bar that is easy for me to reach, and I'm short arms. The 1260, I have to lean over. to grab the to have one hand on the boat, and there's a very small little ledge to hold on to, so that's better on the 1370. What else did I like? I mean, it is a beautiful boat. I like the little desk downstairs.
The vanity makeup.
Well, it doesn't have to be for makeup. It doesn't even really need the mirror. It's just nice.
It could be a
having
little place
spot.
to work.
Yeah.
Maybe edit videos, work on your laptop. That's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The two things I liked about the boat, I think that the first thing was the bowsprit. I like the bowsprit. The 1170 has it, and the 1600. You know, the other boats have the folding, like the 1260. We have the folding bowsprit, and that's kind of a pain in the ass because you're always adjusting your ankle bridle, right? If it's up, the ankle bridle has to be on the outside. If it's down, the ankle bridle has to come inside. So you're constantly moving the ankle bridle around. So I liked the bowsprit, which is not unique to the 1370. I like the fact that the entire roof is a rain catcher.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that the other Seawinds don't have it. This is a concept that Jim Brown preached back in the 60s on his Sea Runner trimarans. And I don't know if we could retrofit something in here. I think No Regrets retrofitted something on their 1260 to catch the rain. I don't know how it worked out, but I really like that. Things, and I'm going to say a third thing that you might agree with. The 1370 has a lot of storage.
It does have a lot of storage.
You know, everywhere. You have a big old storage up on the port bow area for sails and stuff like that. It's a bigger boat. It's a 4-foot boat, but it has a lot more storage than the 1260 does. Has a cockpit storage, which I like.
It just has very classy touches too, like the light switches on the 1260 are these little round buttons, but on the 1370 they're like an actual light switch in your home almost. You know, they're just it's really classy. Small touches make it very very nice.
One thing I didn't like, there's a couple things I did not like. I did not like the starboard hull. It's dark because it's not wide open like on the 1260. Because I guess you had the head in there and the door was closed, so you don't have a lot of natural light coming in. And I didn't like the seat at the forward navigation desk. If anybody's sitting there, that blocks the entire passage going from the saloon back and forth into the starboard hull. But if it's only two people, you know, like if it's only us, maybe it's not a big deal. I thought she sailed well. I was kind of peeking over and looking at the speeds and the wind conditions and mentally calculating, you know, what moments in time does, and we weren't that far off. But you know, there was a lot of people on the boat. The captain wasn't really racing, so I mean, it'd be interesting to
For
pit,
once, there was a captain of a sailboat that wasn't
two boats
racing.
against each other as far as performance, because I always like to know what the performance difference is, and I don't think there's really any official numbers between the
not yet.
Seawind models. Not that 1260 surpasses the boat out there, but it's not a slow boat either. Any other comments?
There were a couple of things I didn't like. First of all, it is a beautiful boat. I am not knocking it. It really is a beautiful boat. I do, however, like the design of the 1260. I like the galley down, and I feel like it gives the 1260 this very spacious settee area and the daybed in the saloon. And so in the 1370, it seemed like to me that the settee area was a little bit smaller. The galley up was nice. I did not feel like that had much storage in it at all. We had way more storage in our galley on the 1260, in my opinion. And I loaded it, so I found places for everything. So I just feel like it was better. The storage was better set up
We have a
because
nice
it's a galley down. I understand why people want to move that galley up and maybe on a bigger boat. Like, I think it is better on the 1600.
1600, it's a beautiful galley.
Yeah, there's lots of storage on that. So I felt like they compromised on the storage in the galley. And the only thing, I do like the forward-facing nav desk. However, when I sit at it, and I don't know about you, but when I sit at it, I can't see anything. It's forward-facing, but I'm so low, I can't see the bow of the boat. And so I can't see the water directly in front of the boat either. In my opinion, that nav desk should be raised up a little bit so that you really have better visibility.
Maybe,
that's my opinion on that.
I mean,
I don't know how they could have done it design-wise, but I just think it's sitting too low. I can't see.
45-foot boat is about the minimum, I think, that you can even think about getting a galley up. And I think Seawind did a nice job for a 45-foot boat.
I love the cockpit. It's kind of set up like this
Seawind
one.
Cockpit,
it doesn't have. It has a straight bench at the back, but it does have a big table.
Has a little bar there that folds up and down. So that was nice.
So yeah, the cockpit is really, really nice, and the helm stations are really very nicely done. Again, a little bit of classiness to them with the two-tone colors. And
are we ordering one?
No.
Okay, we're happy.
We're enjoying the 1260 though.
we're happy with the 1260. So anyway, I want to thank Tommy.
It is the boat for us. It is the boat for us.
I want to thank Tommy and Sail Away for doing what they do. I mean, they had a nice little mini Seawind.
It was really great.
A boat show and end of
wonderful.
July, on the South River, and we, of course, we've been on 1160, we've been on 1170, we've been on 1190. Obviously the 1260, but I thought the Seawind 1600 Passage Maker, the newest model,
it was really stunning.
It was nice, yeah, that's
very nice inside. The very spacious, very well set up. It had some extra things in the saloon that I think made it nice. Some extra counter space and storage.
I think we need to put a pin on this video. Anything else you want to say?
Pin.
Close it. Shut it down.
Oh. I still like the 1600. I'm just putting that out there, except for the exposed helm stations.
Yeah. I don't like
being
I couldn't
have
even
to
stand
chase
there.
shade. I had cancer, so
I couldn't stand there because of the ceiling. But other than that, it's a great boat.
1600 was beautiful, and it was brand new. The one we went on.
Yes.
It was absolutely brand new.
So was the 1370, right? That was just delivered. I think
a
Damsel Fly, I think she was the first 1370 in the States, or at least in the East Coast anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very beautiful boats.
Let's end it because we have to raise the anchor and do some sailing. Ready? Till the next video. Thanks for watching.